Hey everybody, Jim Chester here. I have Jen Steinberg here with me.
Hey, everybody.
I'm going to let her drop some knowledge on you today about the Phoenix Shift that she's doing, and I'm going to let her plug this event she's doing on November 2nd and 3rd with the Black Diamond Club. Where are you guys going to be?
We're going to be in St. Louis, Missouri.
St. Louis, Missouri. Okay, so Mile High number 6. Is this your second one?
Second one. And we're never missing another one. They're amazing.
So what was the big draw for you to come to this one?
Well, Bruce is a speaker here, so that was a big draw. But Mile High every event has its own flavor. Mile High has this flavor of community and family that just feels so real and so genuine. I'm sure that comes from the Knowles because they are very real, authentic, genuine people. I love being here. Bruce and I love being here. The family that comes in. By the time we got here, we pulled in with our cab and the whole gang was already here, right? And it was, you're being welcomed by family. It's like coming home for Thanksgiving.
So you have a vendor booth here.
I do.
Let's talk a little bit about how the interaction's been with the people that have been coming by.
People just want to learn more. They're hearing about it from the stage. Everybody kind of talks each other up, so that's really, really helpful because they're drawing people into your booth. They don't just walk by. They feel comfortable asking you questions. I think that's part of that atmosphere, that community atmosphere. So it's not a big sales program. It's not that no one's here to sell you something you don't want or need. It's just people learning from each other and, hey, what have you got that can help me grow my practice? And that's what everyone's genuinely in it to grow practices. So.
And let's tell people what is the Phoenix Shift and how can they use it to grow their practice.
The Phoenix Shift is a CA training program that I created to help CAs really get chiropractic, and not just chiropractic across the board, but if you're in an office that is subluxation centered, cash centered, that's the kind of practice I really want to help grow. It's the practice that you have to work the hardest at, I think, as far as informing people about chiropractic. You really have to work to get people in to understand value so that they're willing to exchange cash for it and not just count on their insurance company to pay, and that's no small thing. So I wanted to help arm CAs with the proper language, communication skills. People talk conditions. CAs need to know how to talk conditions but bring it back to real chiropractic, to not make promises that we can't deliver on or promises that are outside of our scope. The reason why we do all those things. I wanted to help with marketing. I wanted them to have a chiropractic background, to know something, who's giving us an anatomy class, but everybody talks anatomy. You're in your office, and I remember my doc used to say, can you throw that x-ray up, that A to P? And I was like, I don't know, this one looks good. So just the little things that get skipped in CA training, and even a little philosophy too. So try to make it as well-rounded as possible.
And I guess this is a question for me, but it's also for our audience.
Okay.
Why is it so important to have a well-trained staff?
They're the face of your office. They're the front line. You can only talk to so many people. I also think that if you're trying to grow a practice, why would you not? I have always been, and I take great pride in this, and will always be our biggest referrer in our office. I'm the one that is the first person dragging people in, telling them the chiropractic story. I'm the one who have those opportunities out in the community. And I, as the female, a lot of the docs that I work with are males, not so much anymore. Lots of females coming in now, but CAs tend to be females, and we're the ones in the community. We're the ones with the families. We're the ones having the opportunities to have those conversations in non-threatening environments and talk about chiropractic. So we really ought to be trained to do that and do it well.
So this question I love to ask is, what can we accomplish if more people knew about what you're doing?
About what I'm doing well, I hope that we could train up more professional CAs. One of my big desires is for CAs to really own their job, to own that they are a big part of the chiropractic profession, to own that it's a professional calling, that they belong to something bigger than themselves, that they're on board with this mission. And so that, I think, helps with retention for practices. And if you have a CA who's been with you a long time and your office is humming smoothly, that's a lot less energy draining than having constant turnover and having to reintroduce new people and the perception that the public has when they come in your office and every month you have a new CA. So we want to have that longevity piece in there, and I think that happens by giving them ownership of chiropractic itself.
And if we do lose that CA, they're going to go to chiropractic school,
Yes.
and then we're going to, and that's the real reason why I think that successful CAs transition out of working in an awesome environment is because they've had so much influence with the community. They've had so much influence working hand in hand with a a chiropractor that they say, I want to go do this too. And they understand the drive behind it so well that they're going to make a dynamic student. They're going to make a dynamic practitioner. And it all starts with the foundation that they came into a system. They felt valued. They felt like they were contributing. They felt like they were doing something bigger than themselves. And now that's how we'll lose that CA, is because they go on to do something bigger than themselves.
Because she fell in love with chiropractic. Fell in love to the point where she really wanted to commit her life to it in a bigger way. It's always been, I'm always walking that fine line of like, man, I ought to go to chiropractic school just because I love this so much. But I try to stay true to my calling, and that's why the Phoenix Shift actually is, because I have something that's pretty unique to give to the profession, so I want to honor that first.
And I know I gave a precursor when we started the interview, but what's next, and how can people get more training from you and get more involved with you as their hand to hold?
Okay, well, thephoenixshift.com is my website, or you can find us on Facebook. That's a great place to go through. You can learn about what the modules are that we've done so far. We're every week producing a module for training for CAs, so you can learn about the ones that we've done so far and learn about the program. And if you want to jump on with the program, that's great. I've made it incredibly affordable so that CAs can even do it without a doctor if they want to. And then the next thing is, I'm really excited. We're just starting to get into the push for this in November on the 2nd and 3rd in St. Louis, Missouri, joining forces with Black Diamond Club, Sean Dill and Lacey Book, and we're going to put on a stellar CA training program with the key part being a finishing school, the professionalism piece, because that's what I interact with my doctors in my program, and that's the biggest piece that they're looking for, is that professionalism. So we're going to hit that, but we're going to hit it from a chiropractic perspective.
Awesome. Well, if you guys want more information, reach out to Jen or Bruce and let them know that you'd like to learn more about how to train your CAs properly. And if you guys are not at Mile High number 6, just come to Mile High 7. Come out and join the family out here in the Mile High city of Denver, Colorado. We're actually in Westminster, so we're just a little off the beaten path. But I just want to thank everybody for joining us today on the live stream. I've got so much more to offer with the Chiro Hustle live streams out here at Mile High. But I just want to say thank you so much, Jen.
Thank you.
And I'm going to close out by once again thanking Team Knowles for putting on such a dynamic event out here for everybody to be a part of. And I know they just don't take any vendor out there to come here and to be a part of this tribe. So congratulations for what you get a chance to do. And I'm so excited to see the work that you're completing and how you're making it affordable for these CAs to empower themselves to learn how to actually own their position rather than just to show up and text people.
Right, yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and close out. And just like I said earlier, you're just one story away. Always keep hustling. Catch you guys on the next one.